Now let's learn the way the lamb's ears are crocheted. For the ears, use the skin color line first. Loop stitch. Take the vertical needle and hook 6 short needles 1、2、345、66 short needles. Pull the coil tight after the hook is finished. Finally, we make a draw with the first pin. Then stand up. Next to each is the second row. The second row is the hook 6 pins. Adding a stitch is 2 short stitches in one eye. This is a plus pin. There are 6 checks to be made. Restitch the second stitch. I didn't get the second one right here. Double injection. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 extra
After
needles.
the
hook is finished, draw with the first stitch. Take the hook 3rd row. The 3rd row is hooked with a short needle. 1 plus pin. Take my group. There are 6 sets of short stitches. Add needle. There are 4 groups left in group 2. Short needle plus needle. Last group, you're in group 6. After checking. After the last set of checks, it's just the last of the injections. Here we are going to change the hook. Hook and finished change
needle.
the line for another color. He's gonna change it to the same color as the wool. Beige thread. Standing stitch. Next, hook 18 short stitches without adding or subtracting. 1 for each stitch. These back 2 lines can be pressed for a distance. Press a few stitches and then cut it off. We'll finish it off after those stitches. No more or less on my side. 18 short stitches have been drawn. Draw with the first stitch after the hook. Pull it straight through. We keep a long line. Cut this thread. Leave about 10 centimeters of line. Sew. The ears are inclusion. This thread is used to sew on his head. Look at this thread and pinch the edge to close it. Mine will be inclusion. Alright, now we are going to demonstrate that elevation. Loop stitch. Hook 6 short pins. 1、2、3、4、5。66 short needles. After that, we pull the coil tight. Just follow the first needle. Standing pin next hook 2nd row. The 2nd row also hooks 6 short pins. 1 silence corresponds to 1 hook. 2, 3, 4, 5 6 short needles. I'm gonna cut the wire in the back first. Let's flip it over. Face out. Finally, we talked to the first needle. Make a pull here. Then lock a stitch. The third row of standing stitches is to hook a short stitch. The next stitch hooks a short stitch of the plus stitch. This is a group. And then there are 3 groups to check. Second set of short needles. Then add a short stitch. Third set of short needles. Short needle plus needle. When you're done with the first stitch, pull out the standing stitch here. The fourth row is no more or less than 1 stitch. Corresponding hook a short pin. That's 9 in all. After the 9 short stitches are hooked, draw the first stitch. Stand up. Next is the hook 5th row. The crochet pattern for the 5th row is a short stitch, then 1 as the needle. Next stitch, continue to hook a short pin. This is a group. Second set of short needle plus needle. Short needle second set. There's 1 last group. Short stitch and short stitch. Short needle third set. Draw the first needle after 3 sets of hooks. And then the last row. The 6th row does not add or subtract 1 stitch. Corresponding hook a short pin. A total of 12 short stitches. Draw with the first stitch after the hook. Then leave a long thread for stitching. And that's how you hook the horns. Now let's demonstrate that strawberry. This is a goat's horn. Now it's strawberries. Strawberry was red thread ring stitch. Hook 6 short pins. 12 3 456 Red line. Maybe I can't see the video very clearly. So his method is similar to the elevation angle, just that the number of needles plus or minus plus is different. This hook is in the 2nd row. Hook a short needle. Next stitch a short stitch of extra stitch. This is a group. Next, check the 2nd group. It's also a short stitch next to a female stitch with a plus stitch. A total of 3 groups. Short needle plus needle. After 3 sets we pull checks with the first needle. Next, hook the third row. The third row is a short stitch. 1 plus pin. Next stitch, hook another short pin. Add me to the team. A total of 3 sets of short stitches. Next stitch, hook short stitch, add stitch. Make a short stitch in the next stitch. The second group. Short needle. Add needle. Short needle. This first stitch. Join. Take the hook, row 4. The fourth row is a tick. 3 short needles, 1, 2, 3, and then hook a short pin. This is a group. There are 3 groups. We'll just check it ourselves. After 3 sets
out
of
the
hooks,
standing pin.
Next is the hook 5th row. The 5th row is hooked first without adding or subtracting 2 short stitches. Then the next needle, hook a short needle plus a needle. Keep ticking the 2. So that's a group, a total of 3 groups. This is row 6. The 6th row of hooks starts with 5 short stitches that do not add or subtract. 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. No more, no
when
less.
you're
done, hook a pin. The first group has 2 sets left. This is row 7. Start with 3 short stitches that are not
Single.
fake or reduced. 2, 3, and then 1 more stitch in the next stitch. Then continue to hook 3 short stitches without adding or subtracting. So that's a group, a total of 3 groups. Next, hook the 8th row. The 8th row is the hook of 7 short stitches without adding or subtracting 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then hook a short pin of the plus pin. This is a group. There are 2 groups left. Next up is row 9. Hook short needle without adding or subtracting. 1 for each pin. There are 27 in this row. Check yourself. Row 9 is followed by row 10 and row 11. The 10th row is all hooked with short pins. That's 13小时 hooks in all. Single. 2 short needles. Just pick the half needle that's close to us and the next half stitch. 2 stitches are combined into 1. So that's how you do the reduction crochet. Half a short and then the next half. Take it through the first 2 coils, more than the last 2. Finish the 13 short
There's
stitches.
one last pin.
We can just hook a short needle. If you hook it
we are
here,
gonna
start with some padding. Finish stuffing the
Rehook
padded cotton,
the
last row of standing pins, and then I'm gonna start with the stuffing cotton. There's one last row after the hook. Finish the hook. In a half stitch, then the next stitch of the half stitch is combined into one stitch. I don't think I can see the red line very well. I'll try to make it as clear as possible, because that's what red wire video looks like. We just need to know how the short needle works, okay? Make a short stitch for the last stitch, then pull with the first needle. Disconnection. This strawberry body is the best hook. Hide this thread for a second. Let's hook that leaf. Leaf ring stitch. Hook 6 short pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 short stitches. When we're done, we pull it tight. Then hook a pull. Draw with the first pin, then a braid needle. And then we go on and we go on and we hook the second row. Start with a standing pin. Then check 6 extra needles. Six extra
After
needles.
the
hook, we follow the first stitch. On the first loop, hook a lead here. Next, hook 4 braid pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 braid pins. And then we'll hook the penultimate braid pin here. Penultimate. Hook a short pin. Then next stitch a medium length needle. Hook a long pin here on the last braid pin. Then empty a needle to draw. Hook on. 1, 2, 3, 4. penultimate hook short needle. Next hook a long needle. Then another hook long needle. And then another empty needle to draw. Just follow this crochet pattern and finish the rest. After checking, we'll put the white wire on it. Sew on that strawberry seed, and then glue this on. The strawberries are crocheted. Use the glue gun to glue it yourself.